Coming soon. Be prepared for the fight of the Third Age. GROR, son of Fror, goes head-to-head with DURINS, Bane. You won't want to miss this one. Moria Fighting Championship main event. Not sure where the idea came from, but considering all the talk about the Balrog DURINS Bane and his stat block for the upcoming Moria through the Doors of Durin expansion for the One Ring, I thought it would be a fun idea to spec out a high-level dwarf champion, fit it with a couple of famous weapons and armor, and see if he could manage a fight toe-to-toe solo with DURINS Bane. Here's how I went about creating the character. First, realizing only someone of heroic stature would be crazy enough to go head-to-head with a demon of the ancient world. Second, fitting with the theme, decided on Dwarves of Durin's folk as the culture. We've already had an elf champion, and later a wizard take out the Balrog, so why not a champion dwarf, primed for vengeance against a hated foe? Champion, of course, the most suited calling. Third, keeping to the theme of Balin's expedition, GROR would have Balin as patron, and be given some unique weapons and armor from the treasury of Erebor and what had been found during Balin's expedition of Moria. For his attributes, I wanted him to be physically strong, of course, able to withstand and deal some endurance damage. However, I also wanted him to have a decent amount of hope, resistance to shadow gain, and a decent enough parry score. He's a survivor and needs to weather all kinds of attacks. I therefore went with the 6-4-4 spread for strength, heart, and wits respectively. Of course, as this is Strider mode combat, I went with an 18 instead of 20 for the base number to calculate the starting TN. I then looked at the core rulebook on page under the section Adventuring Career and gauged at what level GROR, son of Fror, would be. GROR is a mythical hero, so therefore I decided to max out his valor and wisdom at 6, but kept his combat proficiency to a max of 4 and 3 respectively for his axes and spears. I didn't want to be completely out of the realm that actual players would reach this level, as already with these scores alone I calculated GROR would need 232 total adventure points to reach these levels, which breaks down to approximately 77 3-hour adventuring sessions, 18 fellowship phases, and 8 Yule phases. That's a lot of adventuring time for GROR. But dwarves live a long time, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Before we get into his famous weapons and armor, I also want it to be reasonable enough that in real play, one could potentially reach this level. For rewards, I limited to 3 chosen, and the remaining 3 to unlock some of the special abilities of the weapons and armor, given that his value is at 6. I limited the choice of each to 3, adding that the famous weapon and armor made up the rest, as there would be time for visitation to a lore master to unlock the special abilities of each. Here are the choices. Flame of Khazad, a long-hafted axe with superior keen, Flame of Hope, and Gleam of Terror special abilities. A rune-scored Mithril Coat of Mail, and a rune-scored of Ancient Cunning Meg Dwarven Shield. I selected the following remaining rewards and regular and cultural virtues. For rewards, I chose Close-Fitting Helm, Fell, and Keen Weapon for his trusted spear. For virtues, Confidence, Durin's Way, Dark for Dark Business, Hardiness, Stone Hard, and Untamable Spirit. A number of these virtues provide some great bonuses to his potential protection rolls. Inspiration when underground for all rolls, Increased Parry when underground, Hope increase, always good to use more hope, and an extra 1d on shadow tests, big advantage when fighting a demon of the ancient world. Skills and traveling gear. I didn't pay too much attention to this, but did calculate, as with the adventure points, he would have received in total through gameplay around 248, extra due to the bonus received during the Yule phases. I've added and listed the chosen skills as you can see on the character sheet, but they really won't come into play during a combat, except for maybe rolling battle and something else. I also have him starting at already down his shadow path, reaching 2 already, and therefore on his way to shadow path number 3. Also starting with 3 shadow scars, as showing he's combated the shadow frequently, and despite time, still carries some of those experiences. Rounding out the sheet, fellowship points will be at 4. These will be of great use, as with Balin's fellowship ability, GROR can spend a point to make any attack roll favored. GROR will gladly welcome the aid of Balin's blessing. So stay tuned to the channel and come back to watch the main event, the Rumble in the Rubble, GROR, son of Fror versus DURINS Bane. You won't want to miss this one.